Hi, I'm Sunny, and this is my podcast, Creator, Created, Creating. Short and sweet mindset shifts for intentional life creation. You do not have to be high vibe or even positive or even neutral to manifest your most beautiful life. So I was inspired to do this episode today because I was talking with my sister, me and my sister Marco Polo regularly, and I just love that format. But we were talking about this very thing, and it inspired me to share it with you because I think that this is the reason why so many people throw away the idea that they are a creator and that they create with their intentions and that they are powerful and empowered to create whatever they truly want and desire to experience in their life. Because there's all these teachings that seem to teach you, or can be interpreted as teaching you, that you have to be all positive all the time and high vibe all the time, and if you're and you need to embody who you want to be to become that thing. Now, while it's true that the more time that you can spend embodying who you want to be, embodying the feeling you want to be and experience more of in your life, the more of that you're going to experience. You do not need to be in that all the time. And if you hold that belief and then you feel the contrast, which looks like pain, frustration, basically anything that feels the opposite of what you're trying to bring to you. So you're feeling broke, you're feeling stressed, you're feeling angry, you're feeling frustrated, you're feeling like a victim, even though you're trying not to feel victimized, you're trying to feel empowered. You're feeling basically the opposite of what you are trying to create in your life, what you're trying to manifest more of in your life, but you just are in those really thick feelings. And so then when you hear those kinds of teachings, when you're in that place, you're like, well, I can't win. You're like, that's really frustrating. And then it adds this whole new level of shame on top of the contrasting feelings that you're already feeling. Then you're mad at yourself for feeling that because you know that it's actively creating more of that, or you're afraid that it's actively creating even more of that thing you don't want, which feels even worse than just having regular sadness or regular feeling frustration or regular feeling stuckness. Now you have this whole level of, not only do I feel sad and stuck and broke and whatever else I'm feeling, now I'm feeling like scared and pressured and stressed also because this is creating more of this. And at that point, you just throw those whole teachings in the trash, because why wouldn't you when you don't want all that pressure on you? It's hard enough just having to feel these emotions, right? So I did that myself. I got into manifestation teachings and intentional life creation teachings a long time ago. And I just fell head over heels in love with them. And I just remembered in my heart and soul the truth of life. I was so inspired and so lit up. And then after a while, when I had no mastery over my emotions at that time, my emotions ran me big time. I had a lot of inner work to do. And I don't like to say the inner work thing because I grew up in a model of the inner work which felt like hard work, laboring kind of inner work, which is not what I wanted to create. But regardless, I did have a lot to learn about myself, and I did have a lot to move through in terms of being able to deal with my emotions, be able to recognize my emotions, be able to recognize why those emotions were coming up, etc., etc. So I've done a lot of that work. But I came back around to those teachings, but I then approached it in a very different way the second time around. And that way that I approached it the second time around changed everything for me. So what that is kind of something that I assume that most people, I had more clarity on this when me and my sister were talking today, because for me, I don't feel that I need to be positive all the time or neutral all the time in order to manifest what I want, in order to create what I want in my life. I do not have the belief that I need to be up all the time, or that I need to be positive all the time, or that I even need to be neutral all the time, or that I even need to be completely aligned with my choice all the time. I have a belief, and this belief serves me. It's not that it's true. It's not that it's false. It's just that this belief serves me, and I have it on a very deep level. And that belief is that whatsoever appears in my life path, be it pain or sadness or a challenging situation or something that I really didn't want to happen or whatever, is the way to my desire. So I have a belief that whatever is coming into my path is the path to my desire. So if I have set my aim and I'm saying, I would like to experience this thing in my life, I would like to bring in more of this, I would like to have more of this, I would like to feel more of this. Whatever my aim is, I've already set that. I know what that is. I've written it down. I look at it whenever I want, or daily if it's an affirmation, or just like a big dream that I've written down and put in a drawer and put away. I know that I've set my aim, and I know that now that I have set my aim, anything and everything, including contrary, contrasty feelings, are taking me there. They are the key. So what I got clarity on today was that some people, when those things come, they take it as, I'm off my path. I'm off my path to that thing. I've gotten off track. This means I'm moving away from what I want. This means I'm not aligned. This means I'm not in the right vibration. This means I'm not doing the right thing. This means I'm wrong in some way. In some way, shape, or form, you're making yourself wrong for feeling that, etc. And so you feel like you're off the track. So you're off your aim. So with my deep belief that everything that comes into my path, including contrasty, not good, not great feeling things, is the way to that's what life is giving me, saying, here's what you need to get here. Now, it's not like, again, that's not that that's true, absolutely. But that belief serves me because then my expectation is, this is taking me there. I'm getting there. This is what's taking me there. Now, do I need that to be there? Not necessarily, but I do right now, since I am experiencing these contrasty feelings. Since they're in my face, it serves me to believe they are taking me there. And because I believe that, they always do. They always do. So it serves me multiple ways in that it allows me to appreciate the sucky feelings that I'm feeling. And while I'm also not feeling horrible, not feeling good, not feeling in my lightness and my joy and the things that I'm wanting to feel, but I also have an appreciation for them at the same time, that they are of value to me and that they are taking me where I need to go. And that if I just trust that, then I will get to the other side of that feeling and I will keep moving on my way. So in that way, I always have this impression and this knowing deep within that I am moving. I am always on my soul path. I am never, ever, ever, ever off it. Can't be. Can't possibly be. Everything that happens to me, everything that I feel, everything that I go through is part of my soul path. That's what it is. It can't be any other way. So even when I feel like maybe I'm not doing the right thing and maybe I'm off my path and maybe there's something I'm missing, there is a deeper part of me that trusts that even though my mental mind is chattering about that and my mental mind is saying I might be off, might be doing the wrong thing, or I might be missing something righter that I'm supposed to be doing, there's a deeper trust that whatever I'm moving through right this minute is the key to the door of what I've asked for. And there's going to be many. I'm just going to keep unlocking those doors and unlocking those doors and unlocking those doors by saying yes to the experience, accepting the experience, and loving myself through the experience I am moving through in this moment. So that was one of the really cool things that I realized today too when I was talking to my sister, because that's the thing that I'm always talking about that I think is different than a lot of manifestation teachings out there. It's just that I'm always saying stay with yourself, right? I'm always saying that. Stay with yourself through these waves. Stay with yourself and your vision. Stay with yourself. And what that means is, and I'm also saying love. Just bring love to whatever is here. Or acceptance if you can't bring love. If you cannot love it, just accept. And that acceptance will open up into love eventually when you just stop fighting it. But that love and acceptance is basically a hack. It's a hack, which is really cool. Because when you're feeling really crappy and you're feeling those really contrasty feelings, and you cannot fake neutrality and you cannot fake your positive emotions. And it's actually, it's terrible. The thing that you always want to do is move in the direction of honesty, what's honest and what's authentically happening. But then you don't want to feed those experiences that you don't want to continue to have. So the hack is by bringing love or acceptance, then you're automatically infusing those contrasty things with love. And then your experience is going to reflect things that feel more like love. And that includes all forms of support that you need. That includes love from other people. That includes the love of having money in your life. That includes the love of having support in your life. That includes all the ways love looks when it's reflected back to us. It looks like support. It looks like acceptance. It looks like I've got you. It looks like all of those good feelings that feel like love. So you cannot lose by loving yourself through any negative, bad feeling. They're called negative and bad, but they're not really. Those are just judgments. But by infusing love for yourself through whatever you're experiencing, it's a hack to automatically create a life that feels like love in all the ways, in every way, shape, and form, in your work, in your money, in your personal relationships, in everything else. So that is the hack. That is why I'm always telling you that hack. And if you can't bring love, because I get it, it feels super hard. That's only something that I've grown into over time. At first, it was more like just acceptance. Like, okay, this is happening, even though I don't want it to be happening. It is. It just is. And that feels like, okay. That's like a homecoming. That's an entrance into the now. That's an entrance into the now within you, your home within. Okay, this feeling is happening. These thoughts are happening. This situation is happening. Okay, and that acceptance is also a hack. And the hack to that is, it brings a feeling of peace. You can feel your body automatically relax a little bit, at least a little bit, when you accept what is. It's relaxing. It's more peaceful. So that will automatically start to manifest a little bit more relaxation and peace, and things that feel like relaxation and peace, and things that feel like, okay, this is what is. I don't have to fight. I don't have to fight. I can just okay, I accept the situation, which means I accept myself. I accept reality, which means I accept myself, because you are reality. You are reality. So if you're accepting it, you're accepting you. If you're loving it, you're loving you. And the more you love and accept you, the more your life feels like love and acceptance. So I was really excited to put that all together in a kind of a new feeling way today, and just recognize how important that is. And to take the weight off your shoulders of trying to think that you have to feel rich when you don't feel rich, or feel this and that when you don't feel that, feel loved and adored by people when you don't, or whatever. But then whatever feelings are coming up, the sadness, the grief, everything else, you just love yourself, or accept yourself if you can't do love, and work your way towards love. I would say give yourself the love even if you don't feel it. Just try. Try like you would a little innocent dog who's been beaten its whole life, and you, or cat if you're a cat person. Just view it like that. Like, this is a little innocent creature that has been beaten down, and I'm just going to give it love, even though I don't know it and I don't know how exactly to love it yet. I'm just going to. Because you get to decide that. And P.S., I meant to say this before on some of those other episodes. I wanted to come back with a P.S. about the just bring love. When you just bring love, that doesn't mean you can't also, and doesn't mean that I don't suggest you also get yourself support in whatever ways you need. I get biweekly massages, and I've just started to get some craniosacral energy work because it was calling me, just some things that feel nurturing to you. But if you don't have access to that, you don't have resources for that, or you just can't for whatever reason, or don't want to, then just by bringing love and acceptance, you can change your entire existence. You don't need to have those forms of support, but don't let that stop you from getting support, because I do it. It's incredibly valuable. So get yourself support where you need it, and support yourself. Stay with yourself and love yourself and accept yourself. It is the only medicine you ever need. I started this thing a while ago, and I ended up canceling it, but it was called The Answer is Love, because that's it. The answer to every problem, the solution to everything is love. To me. Everything. There's nothing that love cannot cure and fix, and that includes your business problems and your money problems and your relationship problems and your self-love problems and health problems and any kinds of challenges. There's nothing that love will not be the medicine for. I believe that with my whole heart and soul, and I've just seen and felt so many miracles come out of that belief. So I wanted to share it with you today. All right. I'll talk to you soon. Bye. Thanks for joining me today. And if you'd like to find out more about me and my work, you can find me at sunnychapman.com.